that shooting that happened in Philadelphia with Jamal. Philadelphia at that time was one of the few cities in the world where a cab driver could carry a gun. So he legitimately had a legal gun. His gun was a .38. The cop was killed with a .44. That shouldn't even be debatable. I mean, we run around asking for a trial, that shouldn't even be debatable. They should have to explain how a .38, because I tell you one thing, if a cop gunned down a black, and the cop had a .38 and the black was hit with a .44, it wouldn't be no question that the cop didn't do it. And then we left there, went out to the state capitol in Annapolis, Maryland, police brutality. And then by that time I got behind in my vitamins, and so I was rushing. So I said, well, I'll just take my vitamins after I finish speaking. And so I said, but I think I'll hit a little ginseng real quick and open up my little ginseng and pop that. Not till a few minutes ago did I realize I made a mistake and took my Viagra. So I got to talk quick so I can get on out of here, because when that stuff kick in, y'all talk about we do anything for Brother Dick. We'll see. Brother Dick don't need no money. Everybody take care of Brother. We'll see when that stuff kick in. Now there are some serious drawbacks with Viagra. Sometimes you can't get through that scanner at the airport. And they ask all the most stupid questions at the airport. It's been with you all day. Did you pack it yourself? And I don't use that old regular kind of street stuff. I get mine from the doctor. $10 a shot, bills me at the house. He called me in California the other day. My wife had sent a check in for $3,010. She must have made a mistake. I said, she didn't make a mistake. She knew it cost $10. That $3,000 was just saying thanks. And then after I got here this evening, I almost didn't make it because these cab drivers have got so upset here lately. I was right down the corner, walking, just sneezed and raised my hand. 20 cabs said, come on, we'll take you. I said, I don't want a cab. Get on in here, boy. It's amazing what fear do. Fear and God do not occupy the same space. I thinking about the Martin Luther King holiday, and thinking about a few days of the Black History Month. Progress, God Almighty. I'm 68 years old. I remember when they used to call it Negro History Week. Now it's Black Month. Of course, wouldn't you know when they get ready to give us a month, it'd be that month of February, all them days missing. I mean, I never expected a 31-dayer, but I was stunned when they laid February on it. Because most black folks I know, not only do we not like February, we don't even understand it. February the 2nd, what's a groundhog? February the 2nd, if the groundhog sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. Now tell that to somebody living in San Diego. Last February the 2nd, I was doing a radio show in Chicago. White dude said, to Gregory, today's Groundhog Day. What do you think happens if groundhog sees his shadow? I said, I don't play that groundhog mess. So back up off that. And then the white boy got real hot. You anti-American, anti-social? What's wrong with the groundhog? I didn't know you felt that way about it. If you feel that way about it, ask me again. I'll play it. said, today is Groundhog Day, boy. What happens today if the groundhog sees its shadow? I said, 6 more weeks of winter, sir. But since we're going to play it, let's keep on playing. Suppose that groundhog came out today and didn't see its shadow, but see 5 black dudes. What do that mean? The boy got nervous and said, I don't know what it means. It means 6 more weeks of basketball, chum. So the amount of progress we have made is just like, last year I was at the Super Bowl, Stevie Wonder and I was doing a project and we hadn't finished it up, and Stevie Wonder was the halftime entertainment, so I had to follow him down to the Super Bowl. First time I ever been there, everybody will be serious about the Super Bowl. They dropped $600 million in 4 days. Serious about the Super Bowl. And they stand in line, matter of fact, 4 days, waiting to get in. 4 days before the game, they in line. Oh, in Stevie Wonder's room, looking out with binoculars, and it's about 4 days before, it's about 10,000 white folk lined up. I said, Stevie, I wish you could see this. The second day, about 10,000 more showed up. They still got 2 days to go, and they still there. It was in Miami, and they shorts, you know, and barbecuing, but they just happy, just waiting on the gate to open. And the third day, about 40,000 white folks standing in that line waiting to get in. And then the last day, they opened up the gate at 12:30, and about 11:35, here come a brother. And I said, Stevie, I'm glad you came. I really believe this brother's going to walk to the front of the line. I mean, these white folk been standing in that serious line for 4 days, and the brother, he clean too, got on a suit and, you know, serious shoes. He ain't got none of them Nikes and them tennis stuff on. And sure enough, the brother walked to the front of the line, and I just didn't even want them white folk grab him, and 6 burly white boys, and threw him about 70 yards back and stomped on him, and the brother got up and just brushed his stuff off and went right back up. I said, what kind of drugs can he be on? And 10 of these white boys grabbed him and knocked him down, just stomped on him, and he got up and brushed himself off again, looked at him and said, look, y'all want to get in here, you better be cool. I'm the brother with the key. I'm in charge now. Huh? The game. But you really have to see, if you're going to live in a sick, insane country like this, you got to pay attention. And that's the problem. Some of y'all so busy being mad, so busy rapping, you ain't got time to be quiet. And just pay attention. You can't trick the universal self. I'm not talking about that old mumbo-jumbo stuff that's been manipulated through culture patterns. See it and scared to say anything about it. I don't have no problem with celebrating Dr. King's death day, April the 4th. King was gunned down. If you want to celebrate that day, every year it's April the 4th. JFK was gunned down in Dallas, November the 22nd. You want to celebrate that day, that's no problem. And born and raised in the Baptist Christian Church, I had no problem with the crucifixion of Christ. I just couldn't understand how Easter and Good Friday represents the crucifixion of Christ. And one year Easter come in March, and another year come in April. And I just didn't know how you would be killed in 2 different months. And I didn't get into that. Then when I started peeping at the good books and saw that 3,000 years before Christ was born, the pagans were celebrating Christmas and Easter. And I just closed the book up and just left that one alone. But there's a universal God force that you was born with. And it ain't got nothing to do with reading and writing. Matter of fact, I was with some boys in Europe not too long ago. Serious white boys sitting around drinking cognac at $40,000 a shot. And that's cheap cognac, because up on the 16th floor where we was, it started at $100,000 a shot. Serious white boy. that know everything major was stolen from us. They know that. See, they have to start out with truth before they can trick me. And they were discussing the fact about 2025, there'll be no such thing as reading and writing. And I didn't have no problem with that, because reading and writing ain't godly, ain't spiritual, ain't universal. How is it I can leave here and go to Tokyo tonight and I don't understand what they saying and can't read what they wrote? That's a game they play. I go to Africa and run across Africa look more like me than me. I don't know what they saying. So this thing is moving fast. Y2K, don't get rid of your water yet. Matter of fact, if they pull off what they gonna pull off, just water ain't gonna save you. All right. This country spent $200 billion getting ready for January the 1st. The bank spent $200 million. Africa ain't spent a quarter. And all this stuff worked on January the 1st. So either they know something or voodoo work. Or maybe they gave us the wrong day. Because right tonight, the Pentagon has a $50 million Y2K war room. So y'all go and play your game. The FBI cannot take no time off till after March. United States military, division after division after division, has been in place. And they'll be there till after March. I had a problem with Y2K because I just didn't believe this white boy could be smart enough to invent a computer 30 years ago and didn't know it wouldn't roll over. So that's why I didn't buy into it. And then when I saw all the tricking that was going down, I said, what do you got planned? And now they made big announcements yesterday that the computer, credit card computers, y'all hear about that? That messed up. And so you say it's going to start billing you twice. So I call my credit card people and say, well, when will it mess up where I won't get no bill? How y'all going to tell me y'all got a computer that go out, but it go out in your face? Huh? See, it don't take much to think when you get away from that old mumbo jumbo and all the more nasty attitude. You go home, write a letter, take a stamp, and lick it and put it on that letter, and you can send that letter all the way around the world, hot, cold, and that stamp don't fall off. What did you just put in your mouth? What did you put in your mouth that you can send all the way around the world, and it won't come off? You walk down the street long enough, your laces are untied. What is on that stamp? And the people that deliver it, they're not friendly, they just toss it. And the stamp don't come off. And you just... Somewhere when you just stop and just think about the games. And sometimes you get so wrapped up in the thing.